Yeah. Hello, misfits. Yeah. The betrayal. Um, yeah, betrayal. That's the key word for this one. Um, Lucy was completely betrayed by so many people. It does. It sort of all doesn't add up in a way that a sustained, like a sustained attack of malice and evil doing could be on such a level that's occurred for an innocent woman. Um, Maybe this is the case for all miscarriages. There's that the good people seem to have to suffer at the behest of the evildoers. Um, the witch finding and the um, total lack of um, police investigation, thorough investigation, and double checking things, and seem to just stack up, becoming something like a roller coaster of hatred. Um, of it's as though that the police were in collusion with with the hospital in a way to make sure that none of these claims were going to come back to the hospital because they'd have been in for millions and millions for negligence and insurance claims for the babies. And I just find it, it's the more we've delved into this, the more that we see the outrageous wrongdoings that's gone on, and the people that. What's very upsetting about it all is that the um, the amount of people that got on the bandwagon of hatred um, in lock and step with the media, because the media were vile to this young lady with with no provocation really. So everything's been fed into it as though we've got the person that's done this. Let's vilify them. Let's crucify them, and it's it's the burning of the witch in whichever way you look at it. It's in olden days, she would have been burned. I mean, she wouldn't be alive now. I mean, like at least where she is, I dare say this, you could say she's safe, as in the as safe as she can possibly be that she's in prison. Because years and years ago, um, this would have been a simple witch finding uh, guilty verdict. There'd have been the town crier there with his ringing his bell, and this is the woman. Um, get her on the ducking stool, or let's you know let's burn her today, and it's done and dusted. But at least in a civilized, if this is civilization, there is recourse, and if Mark McDonald can get the appeal that we want for Lucy, um, things could be looking up for it. And excuse me, I'm just, I'm sort of just getting over a very, very, very bad cold, which I've had for 3 days. Today, the nose has stopped running though, so I'm thankful that the nose, I haven't got to rub the nose again because the nose is so tender around there. So I haven't got to blow the nose. That's a good thing, but it's sort of it's gone on the chest a little bit today. But you know, I've got um, strepsils and things I can pretend make me better. Yeah. So back to betrayal. Um, Thoughts on this really? You know, the bigger picture. I mean, what was the bigger picture for this? I mean, and and the people that that have patted themselves on the back over this conviction of an innocent woman, do they even at this point, and now we're much further on since the Shuley findings and all the rest of it, and the millions and millions of videos that's been in support of Lucy. I mean, do they go to bed at night thinking, you know, no, we've got the right woman and we did a good job? I mean, they must know. They have to know that it's just a ruse and a smokescreen and and just really awful defence and a setup, really complete setup. I mean, yeah, I mean Myers, he may have come over as a very um, competent barrister, but you know the fact that he didn't call that medical witness is beguiling. I've never, I don't think anybody's ever understood why this person wasn't. You know, yes, the plumber is important. But he's not an expert on the germs side or you know um, the actual medical stuff. He can only tell you about sewage and well, he probably can't even talk to you about pathogens, can he? It's just it all beggars belief that Myers only ever called the plumber to the stand, knowing that there was a guy there waiting to do his medical stuff, but he was never called. I'll never really quite understand what was going on there. But yeah, you know, betrayed by work colleagues, betrayed by the NHS as a whole, I suppose, absolutely betrayed by all the police and its, you know, made up nonsense. And, you know, obviously, Dopey Dewey um, was just a charlatan and in it for himself. The consultants, it's all about the cover up and keeping the jobs and making sure that they can apportion blame to anyone other than themselves. So yeah, a complete and utter disgusting miscarriage of justice. I'll keep this one short. Yeah, so hope everybody's okay, and free Lucy, but when? when when will she be free? I mean, does anybody have an idea? Any of us? It's ticking on now. It's ticking on. Anyway, she will be out, but when? So, see you soon.